Hi there, everyone. This is Darkside2K7, aka Solid Sky Sector. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday, hump day. Well, I found some news when I was going to Burger King. I wanted to eat out. I wanted to tell this story, but I want to eat this. Then I did a video of my 2 cents with the fucking Brian Flores bullshit. Not a fan. Not a fan of that one, but. I just have to say this part. Jeff Zucker is out at CNN. Yes, Jeff Zucker, the former president of CNN, has announced his resignation effective immediately. Oh my God, this is so funny because CNN has been a goddamn news organization ever. With so many goddamn scandals and whatnot, I could help but to be happy. Let me read this story. I'm reading this for Fox News, by the way, because fuck CNN. Jeff Zucker out at CNN after failing to disclose consensual relationship with colleague. I was wrong. I was required to disclose it when it began, but I didn't. Zucker said of the consensual relationship in his memo. Yeah. In battle, CNN boss Jeff Zucker walked away from the liberal network on Wednesday after failing to disclose his consensual relationship with a CNN staffer. Liberal network. Well, they're not wrong. They're not wrong with that. That network is so fucking terrible. As part of the investigation into Chris Cuomo's tenure at CNN, I was asked about the consensual relationship at my closest colleague, someone who I have worked for more than 20 years. I acknowledged the relationship developed in recent years. I was required to disclose it when it began, but I didn't. I was wrong. As a result, I'm resigning today. Zucker wrote in a memo to staffers shared by CNN Brian Stelter. He was the captain of Sinker Sit amidst multiple scandals and rating roles. I came to CNN on January 28, 2013. Together we had 9 great years. I certainly wish my tenure here had ended differently, but it was an amazing run. I love every minute of it, Zucker continued. I am grateful to the thousands of incredible talented CNN and Turner Sports employees who helped make this such a joy for me, and a success for all of us. I wish each of you nothing but the best in the years ahead. Stelter noted CNN staffers were stunned by the sudden resignation. Under Zucker, CNN has recently been plagued with scandals, embarrassing headlines, and struggles to attract an audience, leading critics to wonder if he would be shown the door once a planned merger between Warner Media and Discovery is finalized later this year. However, the sudden resignation before the potential deal was finalized sent shockwaves across the media industry. Zucker's relationship was with CNN's marketing chief, Alison Golis, who the now former CNN boss has long been suspected to have a relationship with. Golis remained at CNN, according to Brian Stelter. Golis was appointed as former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's communications director for 2012 before joining Zucker at CNN 4 months later. She became close to Zucker during a 15-year tenure at NBC before joining Cuomo administration and was once even floated as a candidate to eventually replace Zucker atop the liberal network. Industry insiders have long considered Zucker's relationship with Golis to be an open secret, and they were recently spotted together attending a concert in Madison Square Garden. Jeff and I have been close friends and professional partners for over 20 years. Recently, our relationship changed during COVID. I regret that we didn't disclose it at the right time, Golis said in a statement. Zucker's future atop the liberal network has been under the microscope for over a year. In February 2021, Zucker reportedly told CNN staffers he would continue to oversee the liberal network for the remainder of the year, but expected to move on when his contract expires at the end of 2021. Many insiders quickly diminished the speculation that Zucker would actually walk away from CNN. He ain't leaving, a CNN employee casually told Fox News Digital at the time. Months later, Warner Media looming merger with Discovery was announced that Zucker's all-time pal, Discovery CEO David Sada, was chosen to run the combined venture, while Warner Media CEO Jason Kilar, who Zucker believed to be unhappy reporting to, would leave the company. Zucker and Sada running the same prestigious social circle that reportedly have gateway estates into the Post-Hamptons area in New York that are only 10 minutes apart from each other. By September, former CNN reporter Dylan Byers quoted 3 news sources who said Zucker would stay on the job at least through the completion of the merger with Discovery. Instead, Zucker left CNN on Wednesday before the merger could be finalized. Kilar accepts Zucker's resignation. I have accepted Zucker's resignation as chairman of Warner Media News and Sports and president of CNN Worldwide. We thank Zev for his contribution for the past 9 years, Kilar said in a statement. CNN will announce an interim leadership team shortly, according to Kilar. Yeah, man. I mean, if you think about it, man, the whole thing. I mean, this whole CNN has so many goddamn scandals. It's not even funny. In fact, I'll read this one because I feel like this is important. This was published back in December 14th. CNN boss Jeff Zucker is the captain of a secret service with multiple scandals and rating woes, critic says. Nicholas Furcado, it's reasonable to speculate Zucker is on thin ice. In battle, CNN boss Jeff Zucker's liberal network is plagued with scandals, embarrassing headlines, and struggles to attract the attendance, as good as whether if the TV honcho is on thin ice. Zucker was forced to fire star anchor Chris Cuomo after months of protecting him at all costs. Welcome legal analyst Jeffrey Toobin back on CNN after he was terminated from his other job for masturbating on a Zoom call in front of his colleague, and enlisted anchor Alyssa Camaroto to grill Toobin on the details upon his return. Former anchor Brooke Bowen called on CNN to replace Cuomo with a woman after years of Zucker overseeing the only major cable news network without a female primetime host. Yes, because that's fucking important nowadays. Yeah, yes, because that's gonna help drive in the ratings. Well, it doesn't. CNN host Don Lemon has also been accused of sexually charged assault, but denies all wrongdoing. And the top producer of the network was charged by a grand jury in Vermont Friday with 3 counts of using a facility to interstate commerce and attempted to entice minors to engage in unlawful sexual activities. This is so fucking. I'm not supposed to laugh at this. This shit is so fucking bad. But I just can't stop laughing. CNN producer John Griffin was arrested by the FBI after being charged with stalking sex crimes with girls as young as 7 years old, and an unsealed document proves vulgar details of the alleged crime. He faces a possible life sentence. Given the sheer number of public sexual misconduct allegations, from harassment to child sexual violence, to abusing one's journalistic credentials, to try to silence women who have made allegations, it's fair to ask whether these are indicative to a broader cultural rot at the network that's been papered over as they focus on other priorities, journalist Drew Holden told Fox News Digital. The humiliating headlines continue to pour in as Zucker's network has struggled to attract an audience during the Biden era, including indicating his hosts and anchors have problems on and off the screen. The Spectator Washington editor Abedadeh, a former media reporter, feels current CNN brass simply had no idea how to run a news organization. Well, I mean, okay, that part I can totally explain on that part. The reason why this is bad, their ratings are going bad, is because he's not there. He's not in the White House anymore. Trump. That's the main reason. When Trump was in office for 4 fucking years, they've been doing nothing but smearing this man. But they also brought in the Trump people who hate Trump to their network, and the ratings goes up. And I think what CNN's fatal flaw was is that they was hoping that that they want to get Trump out of office. And I was like, now when I hear this, the only thing I can say in my head was like, they are making a grave mistake if they pull this. And fuck me sideways, I was right. God damn it, I was right. Because as soon as Trump left and Biden got in, ratings start going down, 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 down. Zucker has managed to simultaneously protect perverts and pedophiles, as well as oversee a massive decline in ratings, as they told Fox News Digital. November was CNN's lowest rated month among primetime total viewers since 2015. The struggling new network most popular show, Anderson Cooper 360, finished number 24 overall among cable news, behind 15 Fox News and 8 MSNBC programs during the news-heavy months. DePaul University professor and media critic Jeffrey McCall, they Zucker needs to own ethical lapses at CNN. CNN is severely suffering through a string of professional blunders. It would be difficult to necessarily connect all these mistakes directly to Zucker, but he is still the head of CNN, and at some point has to be held accountable for what's going on there, McCall told Fox News Digital. He is responsible for the culture in which underlings felt these misjudgments were okay. Aside from the string of professional missteps, it would seem Zucker should at least show the responsibility for the creating raiders of this once proud news organization, McCall added. Yeah, once proud. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, let's go with that. The ratings struggle alone at this channel should cause concern in the upper hierarchy of CNN's parent company. Zucker has also failed to bring relevance to his long-suffering morning show, New Day, where Griffin, who was due in court Wednesday following accusations that he coerced parents to allow their minor daughters to engage in sexual activities in his home, was a long-time producer. New Day averaged a dismal 363,000 daily viewers during November, making it its cable news' 42nd most popular program. Zucker, who rose to prominence overseeing NBC's Today during the Matt Lauer era, launched New Day with the hopes of repeating his morning show magic at CNN. When it was launched in 2013, New Day was supposed to merge as CNN's flagship morning program, akin to NBC's highly successful Today, but with edginess that could only happen on cable. However, Zucker's attempt to create a proper morning show at CNN has been a flop. New Day has never averaged 700,000 viewers for a year and undergo multiple lineup changes, all while launching the CNN career of Chris Cuomo, who has eventually shifted to primetime before being terminated. CNN fired Cuomo this month after a brief suspension following reports that his involvement with his brother Andrew Cuomo's political defense against sexual harassment allegations was far more extensive than previously known. If people want to know what happened in that with Andrew Cuomo, all charges dropped because no surprise, it's crazy. But then again, there's no surprise. Everyone has a D in front of their fucking name. They cannot get. There's no justice, man. I'm just saying. Last week, Zucker addressed the stunning firing at the town hall with the staffers. In hindsight, he may have taken action sooner, but the result he's comfortable with. An insider told Fox Digital News about Zuckerberg and CNN staff. Zucker had previously chosen not to formally reprimand Cuomo when the news first came to light that he helped his brother, the former New York governor, participate in strategy calls with top aides as he faced multiple accusations of sexual misconduct. CNN's Cuomo had also been allowed to do friendly interviews with his brother on the outset of the pandemic, despite his clear conflict of interest. The on-air family banter, which one famously included prop comedy, was widely mocked by critics, and women who spoke out against the siblings have since said their on-air routine was the last straw. The laundry list of scandals, debacles, and public relations nightmare has come at a wrong time for Zucker, as it coincided an uncertainty of his future over the liberal news record. In February, the high-powered Zucker reportedly told CNN staffers he would continue to oversee the social network for the remainder of the year, but expected to move on when his contract expires at the end of 2021. Many insiders dismiss the news that Zucker will walk away from CNN, where he is known to be hands-on and has personally allowed it to drift from a just the facts news operation to a hyper-partisan opinion platform. He's not leaving the CNN, earlier told Fox News Digital. Months later, Warner Media's looming... Oh yeah, I already talked about this. But yeah, it's really fucking bad, man. It's really fucking bad. And man, I can't say I feel sorry for him. I can't. But he brought this on himself, man. He brought this on himself. Then again, the world would be better off without CNN or MSNBC or ABC News or CBS News, or you get the picture. You get the picture. I just don't like these. I don't like these news outlets. They never, like I said, these news outlets, they never tell the truth to save their fucking lives. And I definitely hate CNN. But it is what it is. I want to know what your 2 cents on the whole thing is. As always, be sure to leave a comment, like this video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss all the updates, share with your friends, share with your neighbors, share with significant others, and that's about it. Till next time, this is Darkside 2K7, aka Song Sky, so signing off. Catch you later, peace. Fuck you, Jeff Zucker!